Good afternoon, students. In our today's computer class, we will start Unit 2, that is Lesson 6, Operating System. Okay. So in this lesson, we will understand about basics of operating system. What are the needs for an operating system? What are the functions of operating system? What are the types of operating system? So first of all, let me discuss what is operating system. Yes, student. Computer is an electronic machine. It cannot do anything on its own. Okay, so you have to give instruction to computer in each and every step to perform various kind of operations. So computer needs a translator or interface that converts your instruction to its language. So then there is an interface that is required to perform such kind of things. So which interface is called operating system? Means operating system provides an interface between a user of a computer, so you can easily interact with your computer by using operating system. Okay, so operating system, as the name suggests, operating system which is used to operate your system, means it can be a master program that makes alive your system and it helps to run various application program into your computer. So you need that interface that provide you to ability to use your computer. Okay, without operating system you cannot operate your system. It is a master program, it is a main program. Then first of all, after purchasing your computer or laptop, first of all, the one of software, that is system software, which is to be installed on your system, that is called operating system. Okay, I hope you understand what are the basics of operating system now. Okay, now students, need for an operating system. Yes, how many of you plays real-time strategy game on a computer like Sony PlayStation or Xbox? I guess almost every one of you have tried hands of these fancy gadgets. The game board, joystick, remotes, monitor and disk holders are paid in the category of hardware. The game, its characteristics, the sound and animation effects fall in the category of software. So have you wondered how do the hardware components interact with the software components? At this point of time that the need for an operating system is realized. Yes, students, if you communicating a hardware component of your computer to the software components, means if you want to interact the hardware device to the software components of your computer, then you must be need the operating system should be there. Okay, whenever you play a game by using joystick, then how we can doing any kind of action using joystick, and how the object will be move according to that on your computer screen. So this will be possible by using operating system, because it makes easy to run any application program and it makes alive your computer. So this is basically the need for an operating system. Let me discuss about the functions of operating system. Yes, students, there are many kind of functions of operating system, like processor management, like memory management, like device management, file management, error detection and security, and job scheduling. In processor management, you know that operating system manages the working of processor, or you can say that CPU, by allocating various jobs to it, because you perform multiple kinds of job on your computer at the same time. So it's responsibility of operating system that which jobs to be allocated to the CPU. So its overall processor management will be done by the operating system. Next is memory management. You know that each application program which is to be run on the computer, primarily it is to be exist in the main memory. So an operating system manages the sharing of internal memory among multiple applications. Okay, it also takes care of the fact that one process should not consume the memory allocated to the another process. So you can see that an operating system has to make efficient utilization of different type of memory like RAM, like cache, okay, within the system. And it's also ensure that the proper memory utilization is done or not in a system. Okay, next one is device management. Operating system controls the working of all inputs and output devices. It receives the request from these devices and perform a specific task and communication back to the requesting process. Yes, students, whenever you use any kind of input or output device with the system, then operating system will take the request from this device. Okay, and after performing some specific task, the process should be allocated to the requesting process. Okay, so it will be done by the operating system. Next one is file management. The operating system keeps track of information regarding creation, deletion, transfer, copy or storage of file in an organized way. It also maintains the integrity of data stored in these files, including the file directory structure. Yes, student, you are using a smartphone today, you are using a computer today. So whenever a file is created, whenever it will be copied and whenever it will be deleted, so it's all record should be perfectly managed by the operating system. Evenly, you can keep track of all the files in a directory structure by using operating system. So it will be very convenient way for managing your file by using operating system. Next is error detection and security. It provides security by means of password to prevent the misuse of data stored in the computer. Yes, student, you can apply password protecting technology for your operating system. So nobody can change your file, nobody can access your files. Okay, so operating system provide you a security or error detection for facility also. Next one is job scheduling. In a multitasking operating system, yes sir, we will understand what is multitasking later. In a multitasking operating system where multiple programs run at the same time. Yes, in multiple tasking or multitasking operating system, multiple programs run at the same time. Then operating system determines which application should run in which order. Means your application, your operating system will be responsible for that to assign the priority of jobs. Means there are multiple jobs in multi-processing system. So your operating system will decide the priorities of that job. Then which job is to be performed first and which job is to be performed next. So this scheduling will be done by the operating system. Next, what are the types of operating system? There are many types of operating system. You can see into your book also. That is single user operating system. Yes, students, single user operating system, the initial version of operating system when the concept of multi-threading and multi-user were not explored properly. Yes, we will understand about multi-user and multi-threading system later. But these operating system can support only one user at a time. Yes, students, in single user operating system, this will support only one user at a time. Okay. So the example of these operating systems are Windows 3.1, Windows 95, Windows DOS, Windows 8, Windows 7. Today we are using Windows 7. This is also a single user operating system because in this operating system we can work on a single basis. Okay, students. Next, graphical user interface. Yes. There are two main categories of operating system, students. First of all is graphical user interface and second one is command user interface. Command user interface is difficult to work because command user interface there is no option for any icons, any graphics, any menus. You have to give command to operate your system. So it will be used by the scientist or it will be used by the professionals only. But in GUI system there is a graphical user interface that is easy to use because in this each and every options are given in the form of graphics like icons, like menus. So you can work easily on that. Okay. So today's operating system like Windows 7, Windows 8, all are the graphical user interface. And there are some command user interface like Unix. Okay. Next one is multi-user operating system. Multi-user operating system allows more than one user to use the same computer at the same time. Okay. Some of operating system fall in the category are Linux, Unix and Microsoft Windows 2000. Yes, students, Linux, Unix are the multi-user operating system that is used by the scientists for their scientific purpose. So multiple users can work on that operating system at the same time. Next, multitasking operating system. The ability to perform more than one task at a single instant of time is called multitasking. Means you can perform more than one task at a single time. It's called multitasking. An operating system which is capable for doing such multiple tasks or processes is called multitasking operating system. Okay. like Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8. These all kinds of operating system are multitasking. Yes, student, if we are doing a work on MS Word file, okay, and at the same time we are listening music also. So that will be possible to do the multiple tasks on the same time by using such operating system. Next one is multi-threading operating system. These are the operating system which allow different parts of an application or program to run simultaneously. Yes, student, here thread means a part of application or program. Thread means a part of application or program to run simultaneously. Simultaneously means same time. Okay, means multiple parts of a same application program can be run at the same time. That is called multi-threading. In multi-threading operating system, different part of application program can be run at the same time. That is called simultaneously. Okay, so this type of operating system is called multi-threading. And these multi-threading operating systems are Windows XP, Unix, Linux. Okay. So it will utilize your resources and it can be performance degrading factors. Okay, students. And next one is RTOS. RTOS means real time operating system. RTOS is designed to handle real life scenarios and problems. Such operating system have the capability to prioritize the processes, minimize execution time and work independently with no interdependencies. Whenever you book a ticket online, okay students, then you are actually communicating with the real-time machine which is handling your data independently and giving you an instant response and securing your information while maintaining some other features for every customers. Yes student, if you are booking a ticket online, if you are requesting for an airline ticket or you are booking for an online hotel, then it will be a real-time operating system that will handle your overall information and that will be used to perform such real-time operations like online ticket booking, online hotel booking. Okay, this online real-time job is performed by the real-time operating system. Next one is distributed operating system. Distributed operating system runs on the computers which are located in different geographical areas and interconnected through a network. It controls this interconnected system, makes them appear to be single computer. Yes, student, in distributed operating system, the operating system will be distributed in multiple locations, and from multiple locations they can be easily managed. Okay, as a single operating system. So this operating system is used by the large organization where the organization branches are existing at the different places for different locations in the country. Okay, so this distributed operating system can be treated as a single operating system for that organization. Okay, so these are the basic types of operating system, and there are some commonly used operating system. You can see that like Unix, Linux, Windows, Solaris, and more. There is a homework that you have to read it from your computer book, because this is fully theoretical portion, and you know what is this, what is this. This is command user interface. This is command user interface, but Linux is also today become a graphical user interface. Windows you are using, and what is Solaris and BOS. You have to read from your book. And there are some mobile operating systems like Android, Symbian, iOS, Windows mobile operating system. Android, you know that student, Android mobile system today we are using Android-based smartphone. So this operating system is very popular today. There are many kinds of Android applications that you can download from the Android or Google Play Store and use it. There are many kinds of Android-based game also. Symbian. Yes, in our previous years, if we are talking about Nokia and some kind of Samsung STC, this kind of Samsung STC is not only Nokia or Motorola, Sony Ericsson. This type of mobile phone are using Symbian operating system. It is a mobile operating system which is specially created for the smartphone, but Symbian was originally developed by the Symbian Limited and it is currently maintained by the Accenture company. Okay. In our previously Nokia phone was used the Symbian mobile phone. Okay. So this is in the category of mobile operating system. Next one is iOS. You can easily use iOS iOS phone today. iOS is the mobile operating system which is developed by the Apple, and it is the world's most advanced mobile operating system. It was originally released in 2007 and used to run the iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch. Okay, so there are many kind of iOS application that you can use in your iPhone. Okay, and last, there is a Windows mobile operating system. It is a mobile operating system which is developed by the Microsoft for smartphone and mobile device based on the Windows CE kernel. Yes, we are talking about the smartphone like Nokia Lumia, Nokia Asha. So these mobile phones are based on the Windows mobile operating system. Okay. So Windows mobile operating system is mainly classified into three main versions of various hardware devices. Okay, and smartphones with screen touch are supported with the Windows mobile professional version. Windows mobile phone without touch screen run on the Windows mobile standard. Okay, so students, Windows mobile operating system is based on the Windows but working in the mobile phones like smartphone, like Nokia Lumia, Nokia Asha. These are some smartphones that uses the Windows platform, that is mobile version. Okay, and we are using a computer version Windows. If we are talking, then there is Windows 8, Windows 7. They are computer based. Okay, and this mobile operating system is mobile based. So this is the basic mobile operating system. Android, that is very popular, you know, which is used in the previous Nokia mobiles, and iOS, which is used in the iPhone, and Windows mobile, which is used in the Nokia Lumia, Nokia Asha, etc. And Nokia series Windows name is also based by the Android. Okay, so today Windows mobile operating system become not so popular, but Android is so popular than the Windows. Okay, so this is the basic terminology about the operating system. This is fully theoretical chapter. Students, you have to read it from your book and kindly ask your doubts and queries regarding that. This is fully theoretical, so here I am completing this class. I have to give you only overview for this topic. So you have to cover all of these points very carefully from your book. You can read more by using the internet also. Okay, and if you have any doubts, then feel free to ask me, and kindly complete the notes of lesson 6 also. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.